On today's episode of Chasing Cardboard, we reunite with an old friend at a middle school basketball game and end up acquiring some highly coveted 90s cards. Meanwhile, Mike heads uptown tracking a lead for the deal of a lifetime, but in the process, he gets blindsided by some unexpected news.
What's up?
What's up? I'm driving. What are you doing?
You should not be talking to me while you're driving.
Yeah. Did you see the pictures I sent you?
I did. I'm extremely jealous. That Griffey auto looks awesome.
Yeah, Griffey auto, Hank Aaron auto, Mike Trout auto. But that 98 Crusade red Ken Griffey, did you see that?
Yeah.
That is a huge card.
What does he want for this whole thing?
You know, it's obviously all the pictures he sent plus a bunch of bulk, and he wants $5,000. And I mean, if he has everything he says he has, I think we gotta, probably offer more.
Wow. This will be the first time ever in Mike Moynihan's history he's offered more than what someone's asking. How do you think this guy acquired all that stuff?
I think he was big into breaking, honestly.
Okay.
The last 3 or 4 or 5 years, I think he's done a ton of breaking, and he's just acquired a bunch of bulk, that he needs to get rid of.
The unfortunate story that we're hearing a lot of these days.
Yeah, that is definitely true. I just think he's ready to move on to something else.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts when you look at the cards?
Like I said, I'm jealous. I think it looks incredible. It almost looks too good to be true to me.
Yeah.
That's what I texted you back. I'm like, there's no way you're getting that for $5,000. That just seems unrealistic.
That's why we go, right?
Yeah, you got to check it out. You have to check that out.
And it's local, so that's good.
Yep. Well, you need to take a picture of that right when I'll be actually live on Loop tonight, so you'll have to call me up with the Loop audience and show me some of the stuff that you got going. Before Loop, I'm going to see, you remember Royce from one of our earlier episodes? He's a coach of the middle school team in Coeur d'Alene. He's bringing them up to Sandpoint to play. And he texted me today and he goes, hey, I got some cards for you. Do you want to meet me at the game? Let's go. I'm going to go do a deal at a middle school basketball game.
Have fun tonight, Dan.
Well, hey, you too. We'll talk soon. Good luck.
Okay.
All right, brother. We'll see you. Bye. Well, it sounds like Mike has an insanely cool opportunity. I'm going to go ahead and start prepping for the Loop event tonight before I head over to the basketball courts. It's going to be a fun night. So we are here. It's 6 p.m. With the time zone that we're in, we have to kind of play it early on the Pacific side. Getting ready to set up for a Loop auction. And Loop's been great for us because this is an opportunity for us to kind of engage the community. This is a way of doing live auctions, and it kind of takes me back to 2015 when I really got into kind of the group breaking and things like that, experimenting with it. So we're excited because we're trying to break the Loop record and get over 200 people in the stream. And that's our goal tonight. So if we don't get over 200, then it's a failure, if you ask me. Well, this should be entertaining.
Found this the other day and I thought, I kept this for a reason.
Yeah.
I didn't know why, so I started digging through it. And I found this, and this is funny. Basketball sets, 86, 87. $14.99. But what's funny, look at the sticker set. 99 cents, 95 cents. So this was in 87
Yeah.
that this came out.
Look at this.
You know?
I got a.
Anyway, I figured you'd like to see that.
That's cool. Were you buying cards at the time?
Oh yeah.
Did you buy anything?
No, I didn't. I didn't buy anything. I was buying like unopened boxes and stuff. But
Wow.
yeah, if we only knew.
Oh, no kidding. How long have you been coaching this team?
So I have coached these guys since 2nd grade,
Okay.
and they are also on my AAU team that we play in Spokane. So I've coached 7 of those players are on my AAU team.
You've had them since they were babies, basically.
Yeah, 2nd grade. Yeah.
Your son hit 7 threes tonight.
Yeah, he played pretty good.
Is that a normal game for him?
Well, he's a pretty good shooter, but 7, I think that's his high 3.
You left it. Do you have any guys right now being scouted? here. I mean, middle school is still young, but
Oh yeah, I mean, the,
6'7".
yeah, the big guy on my team's 6'5". So the
Okay.
high schools, open enrollment in Coeur d'Alene. You can go to either high school. They're both after him for sure.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. This one
Yeah.
is a good.
Atomic.
Yeah, and this is another.
It's the Row Zero Legacy.
That's the reprint, like 12, 13.
Yep.
And then this surprisingly is the Thrill Seekers.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever seen that.
Yeah.
And then this was, I don't know, this is Durant, but it's a jersey number 35, which is his number.
Yeah.
And then this one, Bledsoe's from Walla Walla,
Yeah.
Washington. But those rubies are,
They're hard to
they're,
find.
they're worth quite a bit. I was shocked.
All right, can I look at here?
Yeah, yeah. So there's
You just throw these in your bag.
I don't know what, you can dig through them all. I'd sell them all. I'd sell some, whatever you
All right, let me take a peek.
might want to. And honestly, they're all basketball something.
Yeah,
So you have a guy you collects Olajuwon.
I do.
Did he end up with that other one I sold you?
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He probably liked that. They're rare. Those.
It
those.
graded a 7 though.
It's not an 8 until it's graded an 8.
100%.
You can't speculate.
Yeah,
And if you're going to speculate, you speculate on the low side.
exactly.
Some of those you never know. I don't know. It's not numbered, but I don't think.
Yeah.
That one is. It's a low, like a to 100 or something. It's kind of an oddball.
An oddball 8 ball.
Is that what it is? Yeah.
It's an 8 ball. This is just years of throwing stuff in from collections.
Yeah. I was digging through some boxes, and when you told me you liked some 90s basketball, I just started throwing them out. I love when somebody tells me, it gives me something to dig for.
Yeah.
And then I'll dig. In hindsight, I wish I would have picked up a few of these
Great transition.
sets of Flair.
What would you want for all of this?
Honestly, there's a lot of stuff. And I know you're interested in it.
Yeah.
What do you think would be something that might be reasonably fair?
There's a lot of stuff. I wouldn't say there's a lot of high dollar stuff.
Yeah,
There's a
I
lot of
agree.
Stuff that's good enough. And I mean, like
How many-
all of this. This is the one that you need to figure out.
Yeah.
So
So
I guess that Durant's new too. So take that out.
and this one wasn't in there. These two were in there.
Yeah, those I'm gonna buy for a buddy of mine. I
Okay.
told you that already. So he told me he would spend $200 on them. That's the price I'm gonna sell to him. I know you want. I think you mentioned $250 over text.
The last raw one went for like $305. I saw. That's why I figured if it was, $360, I would take $250 for them if you wanted them. But if you want to bundle these in a package, what do you think you'd be willing to do, or would be reasonable for both of us?
I mean, how about 250? How about 600 for all that?
Yeah.
So that'd
Yeah,
be like
I would do that.
350 and 250. That's what you want.
Yep. Yeah. No, I can't complain about that. I'll do it.
What about the Bledsoe? Are you keeping it out now? You've been dangling this Bledsoe
yeah, I
here
know.
in front of me for weeks.
I would sell it because I've lost it about 4 times since I showed it to you before. I tell you, I've set it. I put it somewhere, I can't find the thing. Panic a little, then I find it. Honestly, I mean, and we've talked about this before. Part of collecting is fun of having it end up with somebody that appreciates it.
Yeah.
I mean, I got that, I get that. I don't want to sell myself short on this thing because I've seen comps of players that are comparable that are crazy price on them.
Okay.
So, I mean,
Come up with something creative then to make you feel good about it.
what's the best you would do on it? I
I
mean,
mean, 125 out because I was looking
Yeah.
at. I saw the McNair too.
yeah,
I mean, 200 for it. And I'm gonna grade it. How about if I grade it and it comes back a gem? Well, I'll split the difference with you or something.
yeah, I would probably do that.
So on a deal like this, you have to be careful not to overpay on a hypothetical grade. You want to pay fair market value on the raw card, but you also want to make sure the seller doesn't feel like we're the ones getting all the upside. So it's a fine balance. And in a situation like this one here, I value my friendship with Royce more than trying to squeeze out a few more dollars.
I mean, you're gonna appreciate it more than I do, but it's in good shape.
Yeah.
I mean, if that thing graded high, it'd be worth a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know, and I guess you never know. That's the risk you take selling them ungraded. But
we'll do a lot of this together. So I want you to feel good about selling that.
Yeah.
What price were you going to throw out?
I was gonna say 250. I would sell it for 250. The McNair's 350. Obviously, that's I'm not gonna get what eBay stuff or whatever sells for. I'm not looking for that, but I just don't want to sell myself too short on this thing.
Okay.
So.
Well, I'll do 250 for you. So 6 for all this, 250, so 850 for all this.
850, yeah.
You
All
okay
right.
with that?
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Okay, awesome. Thank you, I appreciate it. Good luck with that.
Thank you.
I mean,
I'll keep you posted on this.
yeah.
If it's a 10, I'm gonna throw you some.
It won't be a
money.
10
I don't
probably,
think
but
it'll be there yet.
but the thing is with these, 7s sell high.
How do you think they grade that line?
I don't know if that's
You know, like sometimes they
Yeah.
the lines
I
are
don't-
normal, the print lines.
I don't know if that's common on these. I've never seen one.
Take a close look at that, Drew Bledsoe, and tell us what you think it will grade in the comments below. And hang on till the end of the show, and we'll share with you what PSA thought.
Yeah.
I see it. I see that line.
Yeah. I'm excited, man. I'm really excited
Yeah.
about this.
Well, good. I'm glad you like it.
I do. I really do. I was so bad. I'm like, man, I want that card so bad.
Yeah. Yeah, you're welcome.
Best of luck the rest
Yeah,
of the season.
yeah,
I know
thanks.
we'll run into each other again. We're gonna
Yep.
be playing at your gym, probably before long.
Yeah, come on by. We'll put up a few hoops.
Play the
You know?
knockout.
Yeah. We'll play pig.
We'll bet some cards on a damn
Sure.
pig. That's
Yeah,
what we'll
okay.
do.
Alrighty, sounds good.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? Hope you guys are doing well tonight. Thanks for joining us so late on a Tuesday night.
Tonight we are going over to Tim's house. Turns out that Tim's brother and I go to church together, which is great because it made me feel comfortable about going to Tim's house. And he had sent me a whole bunch of pictures and I'm excited to see what's there. If anything in those pictures is, I'm super stoked because this could be a really, really good deal and I'm looking forward to it. We made it to Tim's. Let's go check this out. Hey, Tim.
Hey,
Mike.
Right?
Yeah.
Tim Jones.
Nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you. Come on in.
All right, thanks.
It's kind of cold out there.
It is chilly tonight. For sure.
Chili with or without beans? That's always the question.
There's cards for us to look at.
Yeah, I got into collecting when my brother had and my nephew got going, his oldest boy. I gave him what I had. And then, like I said, about 86, drove by, saw a card shop. Thought, hey, that'd be kind of neat. Let me go look.
I noticed this picture. It's so cool. That's Bobby Bonds, right?
Right.
Barry's dad.
Barry's dad. I used to go to my best friend. They had season tickets, and he and I used to go to Ranger games all the time.
Yeah.
Well, in college for a little while, I was pitching out at Tech, trying out. I was a screwball pitcher, which was a little bit harder on the elbow.
Oh, yeah.
But got to go down and meet guys on the field. Well, being a Willie Mays person, Bonds was supposed to be the next Willie Mays at one point, and so I was excited to go down and got to meet him, and just a really nice man, and it was a big moment.
A lot of people think Bonds, that Bobby Bonds should be in the Hall of Fame.
He should.
Great player, first 30-30 guy, I think.
A lot of it just like we mentioned, especially when boxes became harder to get and things, then I would go to online breaks. I would find some that were within my budget and gave me a good shot at hitting stuff. And of course, with any break, you can come out and not hit anything and you're putting money out.
Sure.
But I tend to have enough good luck at times that it usually pays off in the long run.
I'm calling Ty real quick. I found a couple cards he might be interested in.
Yo,
I was wondering if you were going to answer.
in the middle of this crazy loop stream. You're saying hi to everybody in loop right now.
How's the loop stream going?
It's going really well. We're having a good time tonight.
Good. What are you selling? 62 tops, man. Oh, nice.
What are you thinking on the purchase?
We're not through it yet.
Okay.
I'll have to call you later.
Are you buying individual cards or are you buying everything?
We haven't even gotten that far yet. Kind of what's your motivation? Why are you wanting to get rid of some of this stuff?
Well, part of it, I just want to be able to turn into cash. We just moved into this house and stuff, and I wanted to turn something in that my wife could use to get some of the things she wants. And that's really the motivation. I mean, I've enjoyed, as we've talked about, I've enjoyed this. I've enjoyed the hobby, the opening and stuff. But also I want to be able to turn it into something that's enjoyable for her.
I'm seeing a ton of prospect type product. Is that the kind of stuff you really like?
Yeah, I like Bowman a lot. I like.
You got a lot of Prism and Optic.
'Cause I like seeing how these guys are going to do. Julio Rodriguez, I didn't know who he was. I got the Mariners in a break and ended up with a first Bowman numbered out of 250 and an autograph out of. And they went about a year ago to a card shop on the north side of town.
Tim, as I'm looking through this is stuff we see pretty commonly. I mean, it's newer stuff.
Yeah.
The last few years, you know, I mean, we got Bowman Chrome here, a bunch of Tops Chrome, Bowman First. So this collection is a ton of modern stuff, mainly, you know, the last decade or so. And you can tell that Tim has broken a ton of product, participated in a lot of different breaks, mainly of prospect type products like Bowman, basketball, lots of basketball, football, so all the major sports. So it's a wide array of things. It's just a lot of it's been picked through, and there's just a lot of base sitting in those boxes. Yeah, but I can totally tell like what you're buying, you know, based on what I'm seeing. It's like, okay, he was in a team break and got the Rams, or
Oh yeah, you
know,
can tell real quick when there's like 25 in a row of the same team. It's usually that's what happens.
This is a very cool card. Unfortunately, it's the wrong Jacksonville Jaguars quarterback. You have a long history with the hobby, and yet I'm still trying to, usually I can tell people pretty quick what kind of collector they are, what kind of hobbyist they are. Because would you even define yourself as a collector?
I might actually be more of a ripper or a breaker or a mix, because they're kind of the same thing. It's just,
I call them gamblers.
I'm definitely.
While we were wrapping things up, I was starting to get text messages from Mike telling me about the collection he was seeing tonight from Tim. And it sounds like he's going through the same thing that a lot of people go through when they group break a ton. And that is, they're always chasing that big hit. They're always looking for that huge card. And they end up realizing that they got in above their means. They stretched their credit card debt beyond limits to try to chase those big hits. And they end up having to sell things for pennies on the dollar. It is not a good spot to be in. And I just encourage you, if you're in that position, be careful. Spend within your means, find the things that you like, and you're gonna enjoy this hobby a whole lot more. We do get good collections from it, but it's not the result that we want. Enjoy the hobby by spending within your means. Have a good night. Keep chasing.
Look at that picture.
Go ahead.
Like, look at that cool, like that's Nolan Arenado launching a home run with his picture up on the screen. Like, you don't see that in any products. The sad evolution of the hobby over the last, let's call it decade, it's really been that long, is that the people opening the packs and looking at the cards, they'll flip through all the stuff, and if it's not a hit, if it's not a numbered card, I literally went to a show and recently, and there were piles of base cards in the trash can. And they don't look at the photos, they don't read the backs like we used to do, they don't appreciate the pictures, and oh man, look at that. And
Yeah, I used to flip it over when I was a kid, when I first started, and I'd figure out the mathematics on how they did the batting averages and different percentages, and that was a good, just on basic skills.
So as we're going through all these cards, probably not a collection that we want to buy all of it. And so what we're going to do is just go through each box and maybe pick and choose certain cards that we feel like are just good value, cards that we maybe want to keep for our personal collections. I mean, I see a lot of cards here that are modern, and breaking is a relatively modern thing.
Right.
How did you start getting into that?
Actually, I got started, my brother and my nephew, they had started doing cards. And I had a collection from when I was a kid. I used to trade my Yankees for Giants. Well, I happened to be going by and I saw a sign in Arlington, and I pulled in and I started looking around. I thought, hey, that's pretty cool. And I said, what are these red, white, and blue basketball packs? He goes, well, that's new. There's a lot of Ewing, Barkley, Jordan, and those guys in it. Well, I started buying them.
86, 87
86,
Fleer.
87
Sure.
Fleer. But I ended up, at one time, I had a 9-pocket page, 7 Jordan rookies, 2 stickers. Put a set together, sold it to a real good friend of mine later on. Sold, piecemealed them out one by one until, unfortunately, I didn't have a single one.
Yeah, so we're digging. It's a lot of just base cards from products that he had opened or products that had been part of different breaks. And I started asking Tim about some of the pictures that he had sent, and he broke the news to me that he had already sold all of those cards. They weren't there.
I'm sorry that the pictures I sent you appeared misleading. Those were cards that I've had just to show you what I've gone through. Actually, for example, the Aaron Judge prospect card autograph. I bought that with I think it was Andujar.
Miguel Andujar?
Yeah,
Okay.
prospects. Both those, I paid $60 for those 2 cards, and I bought it for the Andujar. But the
Little did you know.
Yeah, little did I know. And a lot of those others, I've had a lot of luck pulling. Every card you saw, just about, I actually pulled.
Needless to say, that was an immediate whoa, disappointment. Didn't make me want to leave or just cancel the whole thing, but I was definitely feeling like, wow, what's really going to be here if all of these great cards are not here? Is it fair for me to guess that most of this is all pretty much the same kind of stuff?
Yes. most
Okay.
likely. And I know it's not really in the line of what you originally anticipating seeing when I'd sent you
Yeah.
those pictures.
And the thing for us is, if we're going to buy these, we're going to resell them.
Right. And you have to be able to make a profit.
We have to be able to make a profit, and this is a lot of work for.
Yeah.
If I was going to set up at a card show and put out, quarter boxes and 50-cent boxes, I'd be in good shape. But
You want to see these first? Sure. I was trying to find some.
so we're sitting there looking through box after box of base cards and simple stuff, and then Tim pulls out this bag, and it's and some other smaller boxes. So he did have some really cool cards, but he had kind of been keeping them from us. I don't know if he was kind of feeling us out a little bit, seeing how much we knew or what we appreciated, what we liked, but he pulled out these other boxes that we started going through. A little bit better cards there. Definitely found some stuff that we were interested in, and we started putting a pile together of things we wanted to buy. Did you get that Seaver signed?
Yeah.
I've never seen a Tom Seaver autograph look like that.
Me neither. That's what was so amazing. It was done, this had been back in the 90s.
Yeah, I have a lot of Tom Seaver autographs. I've never seen one look that legible. Is the first thing. His autograph is pretty illegible.
Cool.
But so we had this really cool 1953 Redman Bobby Thompson card autographed. Bobby Thompson, just world famous for hitting the shot heard around the world. 3-game playoff to decide the NL pennant in 1951. Bobby Thompson in the 3rd game, bottom of the 9th, hits a 3-run homer off of Ralph Branca. The Giants win the pennant. The Giants win the pennant. I was able to find some cards that we'd like to buy just for our own personal collections, me and Ty.
Which one?
So I love this Harry Howman back card. I'm a Hall of Fame collector. I love Hall of Fame stuff. That's a back card of a great Detroit Tiger. He played with Cobb. He was amazing. I love these Prism stained glass cards.
Yeah,
I just think they're cool.
Yeah.
Trout and Soto. These are 2, I was a catcher in high school and college, and so I love.
No wonder I like you. I caught a little bit in summer ball.
Okay. And then we've got a nice, that Lonzo Ball there.
LaMelo.
Not a basketball guy.
It's okay. Just brother.
I do know that guy, Pete Alonso. Cool
Quarterback.
autograph there. A
No,
Yo.
it's real simple. MVP, like you said.
I like it. That's the way to do it. And then this is for Ty. Like, this is a Ty card. He's our buddy. He's not here, but we found him a card. Like, we're shopping for him. How cool is that? We're just so nice.
Especially a card like this, because since there's only 5 of them.
Yeah, that's actually a really cool card. I've never even seen it. I always want to let somebody, it's their cards, I want them to tell me the first offer, the first part of the deal. So where do you think you'd be on those?
$300.
Done. 300 it is. I was going to offer 300. So crazy that you said 300. I'm serious. Ironically, that was exactly the same number I was thinking. And that may seem like, wow, that's a great deal for $300. True statement. However, the market has changed a lot over the last even just 6 months. And so if we're going to grade some of these, we don't know necessarily the condition. We looked at them quickly. We didn't really assess the cards in great detail. And so the idea, hey, let's just do a deal. Let's get some cards and see if we can't, get them graded, see how they come back. Who knows what they're worth at the end, but we feel like we made a very fair deal. I'm thrilled to death.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Well, and one of the things that's important to me, and I know you picked this up, I like being fair all the way around. And I like people.
Sure.
Meeting you guys enriched my life, enriched my hobby experience. And, it's like we talked about, it's going in a collection, something that people really enjoy. And that's what I want to do. I want to be able to do that.
Well, appreciate that. We try to do that.
One last thing.
One last thing, apparently.
I know how disappointed you were after I'd sent the pictures and I was trying to show you the type of stuff I have had first, and that's what you were looking for.
Right.
You had some of your heart set on there, especially some old home run champion.
Hank Aaron.
Hank Aaron.
Yeah, Hank Aaron.
Well, I can't get you that card, but I can get you this. I do have a limited print autograph by the artist and by Mr. Hank Aaron himself.
So that's after he hit
Mm-hmm.
715. Wow.
And that's for you. That's a gift.
Thank you. That is so freaking cool. I love stuff like this. Well, man, thanks for the deal.
A pleasure.
Than's for letting us check out all your stuff. Absolutely.
Sure. And I appreciate y'all coming. Probably can't say it enough. A little sorry for the disappointment, but I think we made up for it.
We did. I appreciate it.
Sure.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get out of your hair.
No problem.
Have a good night.
Well, you can't get out of my hair. There's not any there. But
All right, let's get all this stuff to the car.
there you go.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
We'll see you later.
Take care. Warm up a little bit.
No doubt. We were able to do a little deal and get some cool cards for our collections, and at the end of the day, meet a great guy and make a new connection in the hobby, and that's what this is all about. So had a great time, and definitely glad we came here and checked out Tim's collection.
Man, one of the most important pieces of our journeys is in the heat of the moment, pulling ourselves out of the transaction and remembering that people are more important than cards. In the end, we love getting that second call more than the first. Oh, before I forget, are you curious about those grades? Well, the Drew Bledsoe Star Rubies card came back a PSA 8, which is actually the highest grade on the PSA Pop Report. In addition, the LaMelo Ball Genesis came back an SGC 10, and the Bobby Witt Jr. numbered to 5 came back an SGC 8.5. Thanks for watching. Keep chasing.